I can't take this anymore. Every day I'm checking price and it's dropping. Every day, check price, too low. I have overinvested by a lot. Can Pump Skull do something? Help!
Club NGMI.
Welcome home, boys.
What's up?
We're home. We're home on Twitch. We're Twitch streamers now.
There's an ad running right now on the. I pulled it up on my other monitor.
Oh, that's why we got to get a pre-roll.
Yeah.
Because then instead of rugging Hard Rock Nick, we can let people just watch the ad. We should have gotten hot tubs. Oh man.
Could you explain the hot tubs to me?
Do I have to?
What's a hot tub?
Yeah. I mean, I know what a hot tub is.
Well, yeah, but like, what are you?
The short version is sex sells. The long version is like that Twitch was getting mad at women wearing bikinis. And so my understanding is they would get in hot tubs, so it would be like contextually relevant, I guess. So yeah, I don't know if you've been on CT Twitter or CT. What's his face? Yeah, what's his face? Talk about the ASMR. Oh my god!
Yeah, that's. I think the best thing about like a bearish market I've found is crypto Twitter, doom posting. But then once you get past the doom posting, then it's just like laughing shit posts of the ASMR of like girls giving oral to their microphones.
Oh, okay. This is the one. Okay. I can't believe we're already here, but we're already here. I was wondering what that microphone was. Easy. And I'm scrolling. Oh, there it is.
Oh, that's it. Oh my god.
Oof.
Because in all the images, I just saw them like very close to the microphone, and some of them looked like ears. And lo and behold,
nice
microphone ears.
Wow.
Yeah, look at you. Shout out to the early adopters in the chat. I mean, I'm not a Twitcher. Well, hold on. Technically, we are, but shout out to the people that are using your Twitch Primes. That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I got rugged. I can't even share my own channel. What is? I can't even do that. Shout out to Ori. We have a level 1 hype train, everyone.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
First of many.
Okay.
Hey chat, what's a hype train?
I'm sure Ori's just shaking his head right now.
God, what a mess. So we thank you, chat. We got affiliate status. I realized that maybe 15 minutes ago. Was filling out tax forms, and now thank you. You all can show your support, and we'll give it back to the community with bloaters. So that's our promise to you all, is bloaters. We already have a win giveaway. Shout out to S-Grabs. We're gonna try some giveaway software that Gump gave me the white paper to, and I did not read it. So I'm gonna try to read it while streaming. We'll see what happens.
Is that the one that you sent him, Easy? I didn't send that.
Oh, Easy sent it.
Was it the real long one?
We said the line that Dangy reads it was plus 50,000, and he didn't even read who sent it. So yeah, that was probably
it was long.
A good line.
Good luck.
That's true. I was too busy trying to set it up so we could money grab. That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
Instead. Okay, let's steer into DefiKingdoms a little bit. DFK Denver, that's what you wrote, Pump. It's not even ETH Denver anymore. DFK's taken over Denver.
Well, it was DFK Day at ETH Denver. So, Yeah, they were there. The whole team, it seemed like. Shout out to our good friend Lou Dog. He was able to make it to the DFK Day event. They did like
No
a
Gen
hackathon.
Zero.
No, they did a hackathon. They did some giveaways for people that were there in person. So he got to put a physical raffle ticket into a cup. What do you say? There was 50 people there or less?
It didn't
Yeah.
sound like it was a lot.
Couldn't have been many. And they gave away 2 Gen Zeros to just the in-person attendees. So we're all sitting here. Sorry, 2 Gen Zeros for Crystal Bell.
Okay.
We're all like, shit, I would have booked the plane ticket just to participate.
There's more ads. Hold on.
the
There's
raffle.
more ads. Why are there more ads?
Are people getting
I'll turn them off.
Oh, no.
I don't.
Get out of here.
I'm
gonna
trying
take a
to.
break.
What the fuck? Turn it off. We're taking an ad break. Stick around. 5
Is that what it
ads,
says?
dang. 5
5
ads.
Are you
5
shitting me?
No, 5 30-second ads. Oh, no.
Oh
Can you turn them off?
You rug
I'm
the
gonna
ads.
try. Here you go. Subs can now do ad-free viewing. There.
No one's
subs.
subbed.
Can you do
We
just
won.
like listeners or whatever, viewers?
Oh, people are tanking.
Are we dead?
How do we turn them off?
We may go offline and then come back on. if
They
we
just
need to.
restarted.
What do you mean? We just restarted?
It just
No,
reset
we're
back to 5 ads.
Are you kidding?
It was down to 4 and then it went back. Oh, we're back.
I'm back. I don't know.
Guys, are we back?
Yeah, we're back.
I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Did that do something?
We were trying to figure out the settings and somehow the during stream ads got turned on, which was not the intent. So hopefully there's no more.
Send us Bitcoin and we won't run ads. It's very simple.
We don't
that was a
want
rub.
Bitcoin.
I'll take anything. I can
Okay.
convert it all. It's fine.
So
Dude, G works with the bits.
where was I before we got rugged? Before we rugged?
You should blame me. You were
on
talking about
DFK Day.
DFK Day and Lou in the bucket.
An in-person
Blue bucket.
raffle for 2 AVAX Gen Zeros. And there was like 50 people there. So we're all thinking, why didn't we just fly there just for the raffle? Because the odds,
Would have been plus EV for sure.
yeah, your expected value just being 1 out of 50 pays for the plane ticket on its own.
If they had announced it, I feel like they would have gotten.
More people would have gone.
Yeah.
They were in a pretty small space, it looked like, too, as it's like the Colorado Historical
I need to
Center.
interrupt. I need ones in the chat if you want the actual DFK Jewel as an emote. 2s in the chat if you want Jewel the singer as the emote. 1s with actual Jewel.
Singer.
2.
Who's Jewel the singer?
Easy. Did you just say who's Jewel the singer?
Yeah. And Ori gifted 5 subs. Thank you, Ori. Except that me and Guff got 2 of them. Hold on.
Oh, no.
Oh my god.
I'll pay it forward.
Can we re-gift?
Yeah. Oh, I'll give a gift. Who's Jewel the singer?
I mean, her name is Jewel. It's not like Jewel the singer.
It's her song is like, I was meant for you, but you were made for me. Something like that, right?
Clip. We can clip things on Twitch. Clip.
I don't know.
Anyway, they announced a lot of cool stuff at DFK Denver. They did a little live stream in the evening for us.
Yeah.
Cool games. Okay, I got it.
High level, they had Hubert come on and talk about the upcoming in-game event, The Perilous Journey. Then they had, who was second? Do you guys remember?
No.
Third was this new game manager person. I think it was Atlas. Who the hell spoke second?
When was Bowl on like the preamble, basically?
No, he was the
He's kind of like
facilitator.
evergreen for all the stuff.
He's the moderator. Shit, I can't remember. But anyway, we have some good stuff to talk about. So where do you
Yeah.
guys want to? Well, here, why don't we do this first? Let's get this out of the way. Let's talk about the patch notes real quick. Patch notes. Here's the rundown. Number
Are you gonna
one,
try to do them off the top of your head, or are you gonna reference?
I
There's a
had
lot.
opened it up. Number one, you can go to Stylist Sandra in the marketplace and update your profile picture. Number
And
two,
you want to flip to my screen? I can show the folks.
I
That
actually want to talk. It was Dreamer, by the way. We missed Dreamer.
Dreamer. Well, that's because they're talking about the scholarship program, and that's
Easy.
fun.
I like that PFP.
Yeah, I went with the bun buns. Oops. But yeah, I went with the bun buns.
I actually want to pause on the stylist because I think the stylist is sneakily bullish because all good games have skins that you pay for or that players pay for. And this is just the start of that, I think, for this game.
Yeah.
And I like that they're building in that.
Yeah. I used to be
Ooh,
this guy
that's
because he
comfy.
looked like Link, but now he's just like too much of a badass. It's not the vibes that I was going for, so I switched to the bun. This bloater is just like an angry motherfucker.
Yeah. There's some characters in here that we haven't, like some of the like the skeleton and the dragon.
Yeah.
I don't want to go read too far into it, but could be a little foreshadowing of stuff we get in the future, maybe.
I need to change mine. I just found my forever PFP, I think.
You can also pick a hero, which was kind of cool if you have a hero you really like.
The only ones, the backgrounds make it tough on a different. I like the sages the best because like you can see like a little bit of the rose and they're pretty sweet.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I went with the bun bun on this guy.
Gotta go with the bun bun. We don't have to go look at this one, but the land in the castle, the land office, they made it so you could filter different ways, cheapest for sale, etc. That'll become more important as they distribute more land, which we'll talk about. It's one of the teasers we got. Oh, actually, can you go to the castle real quick, Easy?
Yeah.
And go to the jester. Did you check him out yet?
No. This guy?
Yeah, read his little prompt. What do you guys think this means?
No place not far from here. Is not. Ooh, come back in a few weeks.
Yeah. So.
Oh, not far from here. Would Crystal Vale be too far from here to be not far from here?
So I was. Okay. If you're gonna send, we'll talk about this perilous journey thing, but essentially you're sending your heroes to Crystal Vale and they could die. Now, if you're gonna send your hero to possibly die, you want to go to some clown in a castle to send him. That's why I'm kind of iffy on like. Well, look for adventure, fun, or both. Not too far. Come back in a few weeks.
Oh.
I'm sure it will be an interesting place for you to visit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
That sounds like our PJ, right?
Take you go to the clown in the castle to go on the PJ. Okay, what else? I'm gonna skip some of the other stuff.
I have breaking stream news.
What?
The Jewel emote is pending approval.
Oh, great.
Sweet.
Let's see.
Thank you for the sub.
Oh yeah, thank you.
I'm trying to multi-device here and give one out.
Tavern updates. They added some filters. Oh, okay, this was a big one. I think Easy, you'd agree. God, you've got to be a top 10 summoner of all time in DFK.
Do you think?
They are now letting you put heroes on a cooldown timer up for sale.
Oh yeah.
So before you would summon and say you got like a turd and you would just want to punt him or her, you'd have to wait and come back the next day. And a lot of us, myself included, would forget to do it. So then you just kind of pile up donkey heroes. But now it's kind of cool. You can.
Or then you start to get into questing them and stuff. Yeah, I'm not sure. I had like mixed thoughts on it because I thought it would hurt the hero floor because you can like have a bad summon and like just angrily punt it at the floor. But yeah, so it might be, make heroes more affordable. potentially, you could say. It's all right. I thought that I'm not in love with it.
I think it'll be more, at least for me, the convenience factor added will probably personally outweigh. I had the same thought about it impacting price because like I said, I would forget. I would get a donkey and I'd
Yeah.
forget to go list them. And then by the time I go to list them, they're level 2. And I'm like, well, I put time into this. Yeah, I don't want to list it. So it might take a few days to play out if that's the case. But let's see. Sorting changes with profession quests.
No, I want Easy's sorting take because Easy was the most fired up about this of anybody.
Well,
what's it doing differently?
I've gone both ways on the sorting. So like my instinct, like without even looking, my instinct is to go to attributes and filter, and I run my fishing, and like and it it sticks out or whatever. But now it has all my fishers up top. This is a bad example, but when I was doing something earlier, I should probably send this guy out. Where it groups your fishers up to the top, but it like had them not necessarily in the stamina order. But I don't. That wasn't just now the case, so I might be lying. Yeah, that's like a quality of life thing that I guess helps, but I've been questing a certain way for month, 2, 3 months, however long it's been, and I'm kind of used to it. So I don't know. It's like a quality of life thing that I've already put the Band-Aid on, so now they fixed it.
Yeah, I noticed it today because I would do the same thing, and I don't know. Maybe we'll get used to the new order. More filters in the tavern for stat growth percentages. I think that has to do with people starting to use those loops and enhancement stones in the future. That's it. Otherwise, it's just bugs. They added some new sound effects, which aren't worth even discussing. So that's the patch. What do we think?
It's another filler patch. It's the bottom line. They didn't break anything, so that's good.
When do we think? I know we all have our theories on this. I think we align. We're not getting anything meaningful until Christabel's out. Everybody agree with that? In Sarandale?
I think so.
Excluding the Perilous Journey, obviously.
Well, yeah, you could argue Perilous Journey is going to be cool because it's like it's going to be the first new thing that we can do in like this year. So
which is insane because that's going to be like March.
Yeah,
probably.
We'll see because I don't know. Heroes aren't going to be deflationary. I can't imagine that enough people send them more than there are summons, but it could be pretty cool to see that narrative start to go around. So like I'm just excited for something new to do, but it's clear the focus is on getting Avalanche all set up.
It's a good site to see summons per day. DFK Tavern, not the one we use for rankings.
DFK Tracker.
Well, just like how many heroes are summoned per day recently? Do you know?
Oh, I don't know. A couple thousand for sure.
So I'm thinking, let's say like the median survival rate. Do we need to do a recap of what Perilous Journey is, you think?
I think we should. We should level set for everybody.
Gotta hit the cough button here. So the Perilous Journey, Hubert shared, this is a big upcoming event where you'll be able to send your hero on a boat to Crystal Vale, and it'll make a round trip and come back. Now, what makes it interesting is it can die on the journey. And then if you make it and it comes back, you get in-game items like enhancement stones and the next rune. So we all have these Shiva's runes. There's another one that you need to go from level 10 to 11. Some heroes can get those. You'll get Jewel, Crystal. They haven't laid out the specifics. But the interesting part I thought was how they're going to scale their survival rate from like a common level 1 basic class. Hubert said the minimum survival rate for those will be 35%. As you go up in class or level or rarity, it's going to vary. I don't know if the rewards will vary or if it just means, like you said earlier today, Easy, that's baked into the survival rate.
Yeah. I don't know if they're going to scale rewards and like how lucrative the journey is based on how good your hero is, or if that's all just baked into the baked into the survival rate. I would imagine the median survival rate's got to be somewhere in around 50%, right?
Yeah,
maybe even higher if like common whatever.
Yeah,
is
and if you don't count Gen Zeros, because Gen Zeros cannot die, just because if half the Gen Zeros die, the entire like breeding pool gets jacked up, and it would break the game probably.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was exciting. I'm excited. I don't know that heroes being burnt or killed will affect the floor. Do you guys think it will?
No.
I think we've been at this 40 jewel floor for
a while.
Yeah. Regardless of what like jewel price is. So I don't know. It's like people talk. This is different than NFT, Zenith, and what have you. But like, when the narrative is, ETH is expensive, is bad for NFTs. I feel like we were jewel. Our heroes were $20 jewel had 40 jewel floors, and the floor is still 40 jewels. I think that's just like a solid enough sweet spot. I mean, it's not dirt cheap, for someone who doesn't have, like, if you're not crypto native, whatever it is, $300 is not something to sneeze at. But if you are crypto native, it's like cheap. So it's like it's been hanging around there for long enough, and I think you've realized value around that price. Dude, look at Gum.
Yeah, we're trying to get the people in.
What did Gump just do?
Oh, we got 10 more. I think everybody that's watching is probably sub by now. Holy cow!
Yeah, what happens when when you have more gifted subs?
We got Price. Price did 10 as well. So
yeah, thank Price if you got a sub from him.
I mean, I was trying to get people to follow us to then gift the subs, and Gump just...
You have to follow to chat, and people can't resist putting comments in the chat. So
dessert first, Dangy. You're trying
but I want to get to 169 followers.
So that's the Perilous Journey. Now they said they're going to give updates on the timeline for that next week. So in my mind, getting a timeline for the Perilous Journey, which requires the bridge to Avalanche to be operational, also means we have to get Crystal Veil dates next week, right?
I don't think you're getting dates, man.
But he said we'd lay out the timeline. I'm trying to be positive here. I'm hoping.
Who is there? Is there any game using a subnet yet on Avalanche?
Yes.
Yeah.
On a testnet subnet.
Yeah.
Do you know what that game's called? Easy.
I forget.
Is it
but
Decal?
No, there's no game there yet.
It's kind of a goofy game. I think Ansem was talking about it and was saying like, wow, transactions are instantaneous.
Yeah.
But
of course, transactions are instantaneous when you're on a subnet.
Yeah.
Test subnet with subnet. 4 beta users or whatever.
Yeah. But I also found interesting was Frisky was in the DFK general chat today.
Yeah.
And made a comment that we're trying to time the announcement with our partners, meaning Avalanche. So maybe they are being restricted a little bit by the Avalanche team that's like, hey, let's make sure we do this coordinated, and then we can blast it out because they're going to want to hype it up before it launches, right? For a
Yeah.
week or two.
Yeah, I mean Luigi, who I forget what his like title is, but
It's the head of DeFi at Avalanche.
yeah, but he's like super involved and hyped with it.
Yeah.
So they're gonna do it all.
I hope
Dude,
so.
Jesse in the chat knows like the pain that I'm feeling in my balls right now to get this summon off.
Do we need to do a little summon real quick? All right, we're going to take a quick break for a summon. No ads.
I was ready.
Oh, you opened the crystal? Okay.
No, I didn't open. Well, I made the crystal. I need to open it.
Is this a sage? This is a sage
This is for
10, right?
Sage, yeah.
Okay.
I have the music on because that was also part of the patch. Oh, that was a little like a piano.
I heard that, yeah. All right, we got a ninja.
That's right. I got a purple ninja on stream before. Okay.
A blue one.
Okay. If it's a fisher, that'd be really sick. Foraging's fine. Foraging's fine.
Could be worse.
Could be worse for sure.
Ghost Panda asks a good question in the chat. Do you think they will launch before the AVAX summit in Barcelona?
Yeah, when is that?
That's March 15th is the...
I think that's a good over-under.
So that's supposed to be March 15th, and I know they're going to go because they've referenced it a few times. March 22nd through the 27th. Now,
I think it's before.
I would think
it has to be.
There's an argument on both sides, right? If you say it has to be before,
those are sorry.
Will the DFK team want to be at this summit in an international location while they just launched this massive expansion? If there's updates or fixes they need to do, will they want to be in Spain while they're doing that? On the contrary, you say, well, it can't really be after because that gives them 4 days to the end of Q1, which is what they had quoted before. So if it's before, I think it's going to be a good week before, like by like the week of March 7th through the 11th. So we'll see.
That's what
I'm going to be
that's what you think.
Away, so that's probably when it's going to happen.
Yeah. That'd be some pain.
That's why they do. I would assume this is why they do patches on Wednesdays into Thursdays. So then they have 2 business days to clean things up if they have to.
Yeah,
that's my guess.
We'll see.
I have. I'm battling something right now. I'm a little nervous because apparently the pre-roll ad returns in 8 minutes and 30 seconds. So I need to figure this out in the next 8 minutes and 30 seconds.
We'll keep going.
Let's see.
Hopefully you can change it mid-show. What else to talk about, Easy? The combat stuff? Do we want to go through that?
Absolutely. I'm excited about the combat stuff.
Sure.
So in an AMA in January, Hubert had said combat was going to be turn-based, meaning if I am fighting Easy, I send my paladin and I say, hit him with a sword. I hit him. Easy says, oh, I took a lot of damage. Sage, heal my warrior. Heal. Kind of like you do in a Pokemon game, right? You go back and forth, ping pong. Which I thought was cool. But now in Denver, they said it's going to be, they called it idle combat. So basically you pick your team of 3 and the skills that you want them to have, and you just send them. And at the end, you win or lose. So what do we think about the change in direction?
It sounded like blockchain wise, that was like their only or best choice. Based on like I think like it would have been extremely bullish if they could execute like a action reaction reaction type turn-based, battle, but probably ambitious as far as, if each turn was a MetaMask transaction, like, and you're in the middle of like an important battle and like Harmony is dragging ass and you have to go to Fuzz Fi and then you have to go to you know Pocket or whatever,
Yeah.
or like a new game launches and like weighs at 1,000 or something. So I think for like logistically that was the best. I've heard people say like idle can still mean that there's turns. You just like have to trust your tunes to like make the decision. Like you can predetermine your
Yeah.
tendencies, I guess, right? Based on your tune type. And like, if you do scouting, I think it's going to be more upfront research on, setting up your team and letting them go into battle versus like acting, reacting type thing. I was a little,
Scouting.
like
Scouting was cool. Yeah. I hope like that would add such a crazy layer to combat if you could, because the information will be out there on the blockchain, right? Someone will make a tool and it's like, all right, today I'm battling, I'm in this combat tournament and the prize is 500 Joule. And I'm in the final and I'm playing easy. I'm fighting him. I'm going to go back and look through all your previous battles and see what team do you put out? What skills do you pick? What moves did you do? And then try to craft it around that. So I know some people were not thrilled with it, like people that have played WoW and Hearthstone and stuff. And it's less engaging, but like you said, Eric, it's going to make it would be super labor intensive. Think about sitting at your computer for 20 minutes, sending 15 transactions to do a battle. What a terrible user experience. And Ori says there will be matchmaking, I'm sure, so you won't be able to prep for a specific opponent.
Probably yes, for like tournaments and stuff. But if you're talking about like land, like I'm thinking of land, like a land battle. Like I default to Pokemon as my go-to. Of like, that's like your gym leader, and what like Pokemon type. Like Brock has all rock type Pokemon, right? So when you go to the land at over, land plot number 7 with Brinley, and he brings out, his Paladin, Sage, and whoever else, then you could, and like, you might be able to scout that. Yeah. Again, we're just talking about like how, I don't know that it is going to happen for every battle, but it's just like, a theory.
So this is where the like ice, forest, earth, swamp stuff comes into play, right?
Yeah.
That's going to be really fun and interesting to and I think 3v3 is the right number because you can get so many combinations with a team of 3v3, and there's so many factors of not just DPS versus tank. It's going to be how you match up rock paper scissors style to your opponent. So I think it's just enough game theory for the game, and there's going to be some poop stalkers that work it out, and here's the current meta, and then we're in the game update and the game balancing meta once that PvP gets out. That it's I am concerned blockchain gaming in general for how you're going to ever do an active game, because Gump, I think you researched it most, but what was the sunflowers thing on Polygon? What was the actual gameplay like?
That wasn't a game. That was just like a click farm. You planted it was like Farmville, but like poor man's Farmville, where you just plant stuff. It was a disaster. I don't think, like you said, Danny, though, I agree. We're never going to see like a AAA, like you're never going to play Call of Duty with NFTs on the blockchain. It's just not going to happen in the next decade.
Yeah.
So, and we were talking about this today with Raid Party. People were kind of disappointed in when you would stake your heroes and they go kill the boss or whatever. I use this analogy. let's say you love to play online poker, okay? The actual visual experience of playing online poker is not stimulating. It's a green screen with a table and digital cards that get shuffled and go around the table, and you put your chips in with your mouse. Not visually stimulating. But people love to play poker because of the game theory and the strategizing that it requires to win. And people feel good when they win. So if you think about these blockchain games like poker, where you can study it and get better at it and make more money by studying and practicing and doing more battles, that's how people get addicted to the game. So many people are
like to win and
people love to win.
Yeah. That's why I thought turn-based would be cool, because you have like user input influencing the decision. But I think the game theory up front of setting up your heroes is going to be enough. Franz asked if we think there would be a bench. I think that would be pretty cool.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Right. I don't know.
I think you'll need one. Yeah, that'll add a really good level.
Or you just make a bench and it's like if one hero dies, the next guy goes in. So then you have to think, okay, what if my sage dies first? Do I want to put in another sage, or do I do an attack or a DPS? Right. So there's still user input. It's just up front and crafting it that way instead of turn by turn by turn. So I'm still really excited for it. It didn't change my thesis on having PvP be popular and addictive. I still think it can be and will be, just in a different way than we expected.
Yeah.
Good news, everyone.
The ads are gone?
You killed the ad?
Ads are gone, but the pre-roll ads are on. So when you watch the show, you get a pre-roll ad. I accidentally hit the schedule button. I thought that meant like it would activate our stream schedule. No, it's like, oh, you can just randomly get ads every 30 minutes if you want.
Thank you, Worm, for gifting the fine people subs.
People that we know are super kind. Thank you.
Yeah, very much appreciated.
Someone was asking, how do you make it fun so that whales don't dominate? And I think that DFK has had some trouble with that. Not DFK specifically. I mean, everybody that in like all games will always like you either win because you have the most money or because you have the most time, and having the most money allows you to have the most time here, actually. But I think it's going to be, I'd be extremely surprised if there wasn't like level based or some way that they quantified, like a mythic sage at level 4 is worth 800 points versus a common knight is worth 200 points, let's say. And then like the max for a certain tournament is like 500 points for your party. There's got to be ways, like whether like they'll find ways, I think, to cap it so that you're not going to match up with me if you have like 3 heroes total, right? The same way that I probably might not get matched up with Brinley.
Yeah, I hope they
have there'll be matchmaking. There's no doubt.
So, yeah.
And that's going to be part of the cool achievements too. Of you'll be going up from bronze to silver to gold or whatever the names are, and you can add so many pieces of incentivizing that you can do for folks. And then also, what if a level 10 common knight is better than a level 1 rare sage or something? So it could maybe be advantageous to the grinders too. So your time is worth more than the money put in to buy those higher priced. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's ways they can do that.
Chopping around for my 10-0 here.
Yeah, and the last thing on combat, there's a lot of elements to combat that we don't even have yet, like pets, for example, from the eggs that we all have. We know those will affect combat because Frisky and Hubert have said so. That was another thing Frisky said today is pets in Serendale and Crystalvale will be happening around the same time frame. It's next on the roadmap. So all these eggs, hopefully in 6 weeks, we're talking about hatching eggs on stream, maybe doing a few hatches. There's going to be equipment like shields and weapons. I'm sure there's already been people that have done data mining to find you can mine and get pieces of metal and go craft things. So there's going to be a lot of pieces that you can influence your combat strategy with. Sorry, Jesse. Sorry, go ahead, Danny.
That's a decent giveaway on hatch night. Give away an egg.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say if we got to 100 concurrent viewers, I'd give away an egg. It probably won't be tonight, but the first time we do, we'll give away an egg.
I like that.
Keep bribing the people; they will come.
If we get to 100 viewers tonight, somehow, if you guys want to go spam all your friends, get them to watch.
Baltimore's gonna go log in from every room on vacation.
That's true.
No, we're not selling out on Twitter for. We'll get there.
Yeah, maybe next week.
Yeah. We want to prioritize our first time.
For sure.
More time. Dude, the pool is dry for.
Yeah, tell the people what you're looking for.
I'm looking for. So I have a gardening warrior. So I'm ideally looking for like a mining knight, but those are way too expensive. Then I was looking for a gardening knight, and those are too expensive. So now I'm just looking for any knight, and they all kind of stink.
Do you know what your warrior, your Gen Zero's first recessive?
Pirate. It's
the profession though.
Oh, no, I'm running them all through the one of the like tools. I'm probably just gonna go with this cheapest one.
I'm literally trying to gift more subs right now, and I cannot pay. Fiat is broken.
Maybe it's because most of the people in the chat are subbed already.
I think they just hang out then.
Like next time someone joins.
The cheapest one there is Night Monk.
Yeah.
Recessive, fishing, foraging. Foraging is recessive.
627. I'm gonna go with 627 here, I think. Oh, it's level 5 too, so that'll be good.
You're gonna add some tiers.
Yeah, it'll give me boosted strength.
What's the row below that? Are they way more?
Yeah. It's not worth.
What's the 2430? Just for kicks. 631. I was looking at their abilities and seeing if there was any advance or anything.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with this guy. Mine's level 4, but getting up there. So it'll give me one. The 10 tiers are worth nothing, but the 1 strength is also not really worth much at this point. But
So why did you add the extra tiers?
So when you're at level 5, your highest stat boost, you get guaranteed 1 higher strength, or whatever the highest stat is. So this guy has 17 strength. So the child is going to have 1 more strength guaranteed.
+1.
Yeah, that comes up here. It doesn't. I mean, because tiers are so cheap at this point.
Yeah, it's worth the extra.
But then at level 20, when both sides are level 20, and you can get +4, right? To stats, that'll be much more noticeable, I think.
This is insane. Today I learned you can pay for gift subscriptions on Twitch with your Lowe's gift card.
Oh, wow.
Do you have one?
Partner?
No, but I'm just clicking on buttons trying to frantically pay for these subs. It's crazy.
I mean, everyone in our chat is a sub pretty much, but if you're not, you can, and you have an Amazon Prime account and you don't otherwise follow any other actually good Twitch streamers, you can fuck this. You can sign up with Twitch Prime, but whatever.
Is that a wizard?
Yeah, wizard. What were my wizard odds?
Low. Had to be low.
I don't even remember.
I checked all of them. There was no wizard for R1s in any of them.
I think I had a 1% wizard chance. But
I still think the odds are messed up.
I have a 2% mythic chance, so I mean,
Pain.
this could not be. Well,
Oh, auto punt. Auto punt.
Look at that new feature.
let's see. What's the level? There was a priest.
Something else I wanted to talk about that somebody asked a question. It was full professor. What level do you think will have a shot at the land tournament competition? So that's something I forgot to talk about during the Denver announcements. Is they're going to start doing their first foray into battles is going to be for the rest of the lands. So there's going to be tournaments where you enter your squad into a plot of land and you try to fight other people for it. What professor's wanting to know is, like someone else asked, how do you know that it's just not going to be whales winning? I don't know if they will take that into account or not. I really hope they do, because it will be very, very bad if every plot of land is won by Mythic Dread Knight, Mythic Sage, Mythic Paladin. That will be bad for everyone involved. I hope that it'd be cool if they did and said, okay, this plot of land, you can only enter common heroes into this competition.
Is that for like open plots?
Yeah, for the rest of the open plots, it's
Yeah,
going
that
to
would be cool.
It's going to be a competition.
Like I would say maybe similar to the distribution of heroes. It would be like, let's say there's 100 plots of land, maybe 20, like maybe it'll be the inverse distribution of heroes.
Yeah,
It'd be like 20 or 10 are reserved for common or below, and then something like
you
that.
do by level and say, okay, or even just place caps on it, like, and say, okay, this plot, it's rares or less, or this plot, it's common, uncommon, level 5 or less, to try to get away from pay to play. And I know that will piss off people that have 25 mythic knights and warriors and whatever, but they'll have their time
I think
as
they'll
well.
have enough to go around.
They'll have enough to go around, but I really think it'd be really, really, really good for the game if they gave people the opportunity who have common, uncommon, maybe their best hero is a rare wizard or something. Like, let them at least feel like they have a chance to win.
Yeah, I think they'll do something.
Maybe that's you.
Yeah, think of me and Babs. Think of us.
The guy
Yeah,
that I
Babs?
punted has an advanced active 2
Ooh.
dominant. Should I unpunt it?
No.
Is that ever going to matter with a common wizard
No.
It makes it
compared
better
to the rest of your
it makes it
stable?
better than another common wizard, but
Would you save it to try to make summoners?
no, because it's gonna it has all weird recessives because it came like
It's a mutt.
yeah.
It's a mutt hero. All right, so we're going for a Gooner here.
Yeah, going for a goon.
All right.
This will be a 2/2 goon, which I actually can use because I have like some 2/2 sages, I think.
How nice.
I was saying today, I wish they came out.
I just want a sage. I'm going to do a sage. I might even sex twice. We'll see.
Oh,
We'll see if it's in the budget.
Is there like an inverse relationship between IRL summoning frequency and in-game summoning frequency?
maybe.
Not free. Sorry, I mean like successful, not like
Okay.
for fun.
Yeah, current status? No, there's not. That's an R of 1.
A warrior, forager.
This is perilous journey fodder.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that one. That baby goes straight to the boat. Doesn't matter the odds that it survives. Or are you just gonna refire? Just reload.
Yeah, I bought these cheap today.
Reload. Fisher. Okay.
Remember.
I hope we get enhancement stones sometime. It'd be cool. I just want to log in and see that hot air balloon say claim airdrop.
Is that sex music though?
No.
What?
No.
It's heating up a little though.
I mean,
This
I
has a
don't-
little
I don't
bit
know
of
what
like In the Air Tonight vibes. I can feel Phil Collins about to come in.
Phil Collins, underrated by younger Dangy. Underappreciated until I was older.
That's the sound. Ooh.
Oh, Pally. Okay.
We take pallies.
Do we?
I do. I mean, a fishing pally.
That's a it's not an L, but it's not a win. All right,
All right. It happens.
I'm gonna keep firing. We'll see. I'll find shit.
Oh boy.
This guy.
Oh, he's on tilt right now, folks.
What are you looking for now? Talk us through your process. Oh, anybody?
I'm going for Sage.
Okay.
Are you saving that Mythic Knight 10 of 10 that you had for
Yeah.
when it gets to level 5?
At least. I think I have some heroes that I'm trying to keep
A
here
version. Yeah.
for as long as we can. Just I,
Makes sense.
yeah. Bro, I don't need anybody to tell me how to summon. It's just not happening today, but we'll keep firing. Thank you, Ori.
Oof.
This is gonna be it.
Come on, baby. He is firing. He's firing. What's the most summons you think you've done in a day?
I don't know. 15? Yeah. No, maybe not that many. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Hey, here, Ori.
Come on.
What do you got? What do you got, Ori?
We got a rose.
Hold on.
How'd you do that?
Just pulled up YouTube. Does it sound good?
Oh yeah.
I have to come. Ooh, purple
Wow.
wisdom too.
Purple wisdom's very nice. What's the number on that? I probably won't be
Kill
leveled
it.
yet.
Kill it easy, or else we'll get taken down. Kill the music. I muted you on purpose. God damn it, easy.
Sage Pirate Fishing.
But you don't. I'm not allowed to play music while I'm talking on the stream.
No.
Well, if it's
Twitch
over
is
30,
serious about that.
if it's over 30
like,
seconds,
really not allowed?
they take it down for the old DMCA rules.
Yeah. See, now that we're monetized, we can get demonetized. Before, we couldn't get demonetized because who cares?
Okay, so I'm easy. This isn't gonna. You won't probably be impressed by this, but this summon at level 1, out of all heroes created in the little PvP percentile, 98.8%, 1,500 out of 131,000. Pretty solid.
Good God.
Which site is that?
DFK Tavern, just the
yeah.
Go Makar ranking. So
Yeah, those
not too shabby.
Flip it. Why is this so good for PvP per them?
Well, sages are sick.
Sages are really good.
Sages, I think, are the best. Purple wisdom is nice. Like if it's your naturally best stat anyway, that's nice.
In every
I think I'm done.
every DFK
More.
whale / like influencer that I follow on Twitter, when they post about like, oh, here's my team, this is the team I'm going to use, they all have a sage in it, every single one. And these people like know what the fuck they're doing. They're poop
Is
sock.
that is that broader gaming knowledge, or is that white
think
paper
so.
knowledge? Like, where is that coming from?
It's both. Like you can read what the stats do
Yeah.
in the white paper, and then if you've played these games in the past, and
Yeah.
I have not.
I think the other thing is that a sage is more differentiated, whereas like a dragoon overlaps with a paladin and a dark knight and a dread knight. It's like they're all similar enough as far as their tankiness, whereas like a sage is unquestionably like your mage, like long range, like fireball thrower and healer and whatever.
Yeah.
So I think like, you know, you could have a dragoon or a paladin or a dark knight or a dread knight play a same role. Like a sage is really only gonna be in with like a summoner, as far as like, even though, you know, this summoner is going to be better than, you know, my uncommon sage, but
Someone said sage stats are quite clear how to optimize,
yeah,
and that they're speculating it will be a caster.
yeah.
Yeah.
What is dragoon? Less clear.
As
Did
in,
somebody-
they don't know the right way to optimize.
Oh, less clear. God, I'm so dumb. I
Oh.
thought it was meaning like you clear it out.
Goons are, I don't know.
Goons are overrated compared to sages price wise.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I think it's because everybody loves paladins, and therefore it's like, well, a paladin is great, then the thing that's better than a paladin must be great. And people are like, I think that the super nerds or the people that have like experience are like, ninjas are awesome,
Yeah.
but they don't get much common love. So I think that side of the tree is underappreciated versus like the goon side. Everyone is like, well, I have paladins, I want to make like a better paladin, whatever. So
I hope the ninja side's underappreciated because I have a shitload of ninjas.
I'm like weak-ish on ninjas, and I think that that's a
I've
mistake.
got so many. Question for the chat here. Of the basic classes, so no paladin or summoner or whatever, what do you think is the most, for PvP, don't worry about price or anything, what's the most underrated class that's being ignored that we don't talk about for PvP purposes? We have
Yeah.
a monk.
I'm
got
agreeing
my
already
answer.
with David and Tim. I think it's monks.
I've got my answer.
Thief. Well, no.
Thief would have been my answer.
Well, thief is going to be like a mini ninja, right? I guess, even
Yeah.
though they don't become ninjas,
Got
but
the
they,
shank.
yeah, the agility.
I'm gonna go scan my sex and see if I have anything. I'm gonna have to rent something.
Tony Shalhoub.
Mr. Wing, you had teased that you may possibly have some sex to be
let's have
had.
some
Oh yeah,
sex.
yeah. Come on,
Let's do it.
Do we want to fire it up?
take off the chastity belt.
Take it.
Yeah.
How long has the belt been on?
It's been a while. Chrome lost permission to share. What the fuck is happening? Okay.
Dude, goons are expensive.
All right, easy. You got cut. All right, here are my sage attempts.
Oh boy,
Same as last time.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
Look at all this color too.
Yeah.
Did you summon
So-
all these?
I believe so. I'd have to look back.
You've been having sex that you're not telling us about then.
No. These just
So look
sit.
at these hero numbers, dude.
Oh, these are early sex games.
Yeah.
These are like $4 jewel sex.
Yeah.
Yo, look at that ninja. Number 17,000.
A ninja archer too. Hitting the decks all day.
Yes. So
think, easy?
Gen 3, there's no like perfect match here.
Save,
Right?
save the blue boys.
Okay.
Well,
Oh, you don't have any.
he's got 5s and yeah. I'm thinking you go
The middle row.
Archer Thief. So either of those uncommon summoners would be good,
Yep.
or the middle row's fine. Because you could, in theory, get a Sage Dark Knight with those Archer Thief combos for subclass.
Are we worried about this? I looked way back when I asked about, do we care more about gen or summons? Because that's really my decision point here in my head. Because
Here it's
if I want,
summons.
Here it's summons,
all
yeah.
day.
Easy. Yeah.
okay.
Can we do a flip all?
Oh yeah.
Forging, fishing. Okay, so you're like, I think the middle row is a guaranteed. Like, that's a good pair.
Yeah.
It's just, what do you pair? Do we grind the recessives for those two summoners that are otherwise the same?
What do you mean? Oh,
All right, flip him again.
I was gonna tell him to keep his ninja
Keep
5
this
of
one.
5 and just do the middle row because you've already done
that's
it
fine.
once. So
Yeah.
what's the harm in doing it again?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do the middle row.
Have you run it? Let me run it through the 13776 and 50576.
Yeah. Let's give it a go.
All right, so 30% to keep the advanced, 14% for the sage. You have a 7.5% at a summoner subclass, which is not bad. 40% gardening and foraging. Just under 20%.
Brian's saying add some tiers. Brian, I only have 3,000, so I don't know. I'm running a little low.
No, hit the plus sign on the left. You see it?
Oh, I was just.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Because I have so many.
You must be really grinding the quest to get to level 5.
There may be. I don't care. I'll say it. I'm auto questing. It's fine. I'll stop auto questing when there's a policy. I'm ready to go. It was a fun coding experiment. Oh fuck.
Oh no. All right. Let's get that Rose boy.
Love submitting transactions. Always have.
Did you do 69 glide?
No. I just click buttons.
Well, you're not going to get a sage if you don't do 69 glide, dude.
Oh, God damn it, easy.
I'll cut it before 30 seconds.
I mean, if you get us taken down on sub gifting night,
if they take us down, we've made it.
That's true. If they immediately cut the stream, I'm gonna laugh hysterically. There's no chance.
Hold down live. The other problem is that I'm playing the version. Oh, okay. Could be worse.
Purple?
I mean, could be worse.
Purple boy.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is why you probably don't summon.
Yeah.
Hey, that's okay. That's okay.
Keep the belt on. I think that'll be at EV. I mean, that'll be.
Maybe. How much did you pay? It wasn't very expensive. It wasn't too bad.
Mid-60s, I think.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay. What else haven't we covered? Patch, TFK Denver.
You had a note on frisky Gen Chat comments. I don't know what those were.
I mentioned the one where he said they're doing the announcement with their partners.
Yeah.
That the pets are going to come at the same time.
Pets will come with Crystal Veil. They're still working on stamina regen before you collect. I think that was all the important stuff. The last other thing he did say was the success criteria for the perilous journey. Hubert would announce in the next day or so, in Frisky's words. So
Oh, yeah. So we'll see like the odds and whatnot.
maybe today, late tonight, or tomorrow, hopefully, he will post a lengthy formula of like, I think it's going to do class, level, rarity. I think those will be the 3 criteria into success rate. I don't think they'll get into stats. I think that might be a little too complex at the moment. We'll see.
Thank you,
I mean, cool.
Franz, for gifting some subs. Appreciate that.
You say Franz?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Franz or Franz.
Franz?
How do you pronounce the box wine?
Franzia.
Franzia.
Oh my god.
Right?
Depends on how fancy I guess you want to be.
Franzia. Slap the bag.
Hard A.
Hard A.
Franz.
Franzia.
Wait, what's a
Sorry,
hard name? Is Fra or Fra?
And
That's
Franzia.
I've always called Franzia unless you're trying to do
It's
spicy.
gross.
Then you call it Franzia. Dude, this is the longest. Oh, because I didn't approve the quest.
I don't have. I'm trying to think of other things to cover with DeFi Kingdoms because we've been spinning our wheels for a few weeks now.
Haven't we ever? We're spinning the wheels, but it's probably for a good reason. I'm sure they.
I don't have a DFK Wordle pulled up. I can make one. Do we want to do one?
I still trust that the team knows what they're doing. So I'm not too concerned. I don't get more worried about my bags because of it.
Yeah, no one will accuse Frisky of building too fast in 2022.
No.
I think it's a measure 5 times, cut once.
That's his saying. He loves that.
Hydro had it's blockchain. It's forever. I get it on that part of things on the writing the code side of smart contracts, and the deck side too. Hey, before we get to Hydro's question, did they take down Superbird? I haven't looked at Gardens in a while. Did they really take it down yet?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I don't know.
I think so.
Oh, I gotta check. Cool.
I'll go look.
Okay. Hydro's question: is it better to send your heroes full on stamina? It depends on the quest.
And
Gardens,
your objective.
And true, and your objective. Gardens, I wait for the full stamina. Just because what's stuck in my head is, I think it was Hubie said way back when that there was a little bit of exponentiality to the rewards in gardening. So the longer you left them in, the higher rewards you'll get out from the quest. So gardeners, I go the full time. Jewel miners, I go to 10s. So I'd go to 20 right now. I will go to 30 once I get to 30 stamina. The reason for that is jackpot equity. We'll do 30 when we get there and then 40 eventually. Fishing and foraging, I also do max as of now, I believe.
Yeah, for level 9 and below, if you want to maximize your egg equity as well as like jackpot and stuff, if you want to kind of play it down the middle, you could set them at 20 and you'll be maxing out jackpot, eggs, runes, all that stuff. If you want to just go for XP and jackpots with mining, there's a lot of people that advocate for the 15 strategy. Send them at 15, collect, send at 15, collect. It's a little more labor intensive, so you got to think about that too. Like, do you want to be more active in how often you're collecting and sending? So there's a trade-off there.
Yeah.
Why would you do 15?
Your jackpot is every.
That's on the jackpot. Yeah.
I thought it was every 10.
15.
Oh.
No, it's every 15 for jackpots for mining.
Eggs is every 10.
10.
I'm an
So
idiot.
you're forfeiting your second chance at an egg. But I think the EV would tell you to just do 15 for jewel mining.
Well, yeah, what's
Um,
0.1% of
yeah.
50 jewel egg
And,
price?
and you're going to do, well, unless you're auto, if you're manual questing, you're going to be overnight, you're going to get 20 your full runs anyway.
Yeah.
So that's like my strategy. For fishing and foraging, in theory, like you could do every 10, but I think like there's no harm in letting it run up to 20 or 25 on those.
Yeah.
I think I try and wait for 20 on those. Not that like I'm minimizing my transaction costs or anything, but just like
Yeah.
you
I'm the
get no
same.
benefit to going more frequently than 20.
Yeah. I won't do them at 5 ever unless it's like before bed and I want
Yeah.
to like clear them out for the
Yeah.
night. Otherwise, I try to wait for 20. If I'm around and I see they're all 20, I'll do them. Otherwise, like 25. If they're only 10, I'll just wait because like you're not wasting any time by letting them get to 20. So
Yeah.
it's different for everybody's, day-to-day schedule and whatnot. But all those odds that we said are in the docs page. If you go to each profession, it'll tell you the drop rates for each item. So
A good point. Hydro said like that's good for gardening, I guess. And for mining, if you do it at 15, like overnight, you'll regen the 10 that
yeah,
you can use.
It also depends on how many heroes you have, right? Like I have enough gardeners that I can run them the full time, and
You have more than what you need. Yeah. I'm like on one, I'm tight on miners. So overnight, if I have like 2 shifts overnight, let's say one shift has like optimally, I would have one shift go with 15 stamina. I'd queue them first. And then I have a second shift that had 25 stamina. I'd go them second. So then when I wake up, my first shift, I'll wake up and they'll have 10 stamina regenerated while the others are depleted. And if I had done it the other way, then everyone would have 0. So that's just like you start to get to notice the efficiencies depending on your own inventory and sleep and what have you.
damn it,
one last question before
I
we
need to write some code.
wrap up. Have you guys talked about optimal positioning for Crystalville rollout, shifting funds from the gardens into single staking? So when Crystalville launches, we already know that there's going to be, for a limited time, maybe a couple weeks, you'll be able to single side stake, meaning you don't have to pair it with anything. Jewel for Crystal. We don't know if it's going to be locked Crystal or not. I'm really interested to find that out.
Oh, the single side?
Yeah. I lean no.
I would lean no as well.
Because they want to get some
Really?
crystal in circulation besides the airdrop.
Yeah.
And they want to give new users that immediate, like,
I think
liquid return.
I think so too.
I personally am not planning to touch my gardens unless the Crystal Veil single side is so good that it's worth for me to liquidate and then reset my withdrawal timers and all that. I think it probably will be. Like, what do you think single side APR is going to be?
It depends. When do you think Crystal is going to be tradable? Because you won't have an APR unless you have a Crystal price, right?
I think the day Crystalville launches, they'll launch the initial LP on their own decks for it. They'd have to.
Yeah. I hadn't thought about raiding my gardens, but I think I might actually and move everything over.
Yeah. So this is
yeah. But you
That's-
bring up a good point about but it's a 2-week. Yeah, I'm wondering if like I think there's a higher upside on Crystal Veil with maybe a more uncertainty versus what you're getting on Harmon in Serendale. I think with where I'm at, I'm gonna try and swing for the fence and go move everything over to Crystal Veil keep my heroes and like what I need to maintain my heroes on Harmony, and then if I need to bridge back, I'll bridge back funds. Because I'm wondering like what are the incentives on Harmony versus what's like the higher APRs potentially and higher emissions on Crystal Vale. So
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about moving my gardens, but I actually might.
Yeah, it's going to be a numbers thing for me. And if they say, my thing is, it was like, well, what if we all go? What if everyone just takes their garden to Crystal Vale? Okay, so and they're worried about jewel price. So if everyone takes their gardens out on Serendale, it's going to be half jewel and half token XYZ. If they want to use all those funds, they will buy more jewel with the other half, right? And then bridge it. And just because people get confused by this, just because they're bridging it to Avalanche, that does not impact the jewel price on Harmony. It will not go down because the jewel is just entered in a different contract.
Yeah,
correct. It's a whole different token.
But at some point, enough people leave the gardens that the garden APRs in Serendale will go up to a point where they will either match or exceed the single-sided staking you're getting on Crystal Vale. So you have to make the decision like, okay, would I rather be just earning more jewel or would I rather be earning more crystal? Like Eric, okay, let's say crystal single-sided or jewel single-sided on Crystal Vale is, I'm making these up, 500%. I'll go lower. Let's say it's 200%, and enough people leave after 12 hours of launch that the gardens for Jewel AVAX is 350. What do you do? Do you stay in Crystal for 150% less APR, or do you go back?
Well, that's the thing. Like, you're going to have to decide before you know that, because you might miss the move and then your withdrawal penalty is 2 weeks or, a week or 5 days or however long it is before it gets reasonable. I don't know that I'm going to have a strategy. Like, I don't know. I think I want to move like north of 50% of what I have in Harmony over to Avalanche, like regardless of what the APRs and whatnot will be, unless like I have a reason to believe that it's going to be less lucrative. First, I mean, obviously the team is always going to be incentivizing you on Harmony. So meaning like there's going to be random bank snapshots and all of that. So I'm going to keep some in the bank just for fun. Yeah. Because I need it for summoning anyway. But I may wind, and like I have like my mining still. So, but I plan to move north of 50% over. I don't know if I'll do that for single side staking or if I'm going to wait until the gardens are open in Crystal Vale, but
yeah. Worm makes a good point though.
Bridge issues?
No. After single-sided is done, which we have already learned will be for a short period of time, the AVAX gardens will open. The Crystal Gardens will open. And those APRs are going to be juicy.
Bonkers.
So you will want, maybe this answers my own question. You're going to want as much liquid crystal as you possibly can get for free by farming to enter those gardens at those without having to buy more out of your pocket.
Yeah.
So maybe there is a big premium in Serendale, but you're like, there's a premium today, but I know in 2 weeks when this ends, I'm going to have a lot more liquid crystal to pair with AVAX for the crystal AVAX pair that will be 4-figure APR, 99% lock, but
yeah.
Maybe that's a theme for next week's show, is to do like tabletop planning for if and when Crystal Vale opens, not if, but when Crystal Vale opens, what happens in what scenario? If the APR is this, or does it even matter to do this scenario planning, because it's going to happen My point is, it's going to
Fast.
happen it's going to be very quick.
Yep.
Ghost in the chat brought up a good point, and I didn't like. I recently allocated out of the Jewel one into other ones, but I left like $2 in here so that now my withdrawal timer doesn't go. So
Yeah,
if
I
I
didn't think
top it off, so I didn't do that previously when I had like messed around. But that's a really good like best practice. Even if you plan to exit 100%, just like take out 99.9% of your LP and leave some, because now my withdrawal timer has like reset.
Yeah.
So I might deposit in my Jewel AVAX. I withdrew that a little bit ago. I might deposit a little
Yeah,
bit.
if there's a pool that you think you might ever enter again, just put $1 in, and it'll start your clock.
One last thing that I just thought of that I know we have done, but not everyone has done it. If you have never used the docs and multi-chain to bridge Jewel to Avalanche, do that now. Bridge 1 Jewel or 2 Jewel to Avalanche so that we don't get to the day of Crystal Veil launch and you're like, I'm nervous. I don't know how to bridge my Jewel over. Is it going to get lost? Is it going to get stuck? Like, just get familiar with how the bridge works and what buttons you need to click, and then getting your the subnet for Avalanche to your on your wallet, and you know where to go and what to click. It is nerve-wracking. I remember when I bridged ever for the first time.
Yeah, every bridge. I can't tell you the last time I bridged somewhere without sending a test bridge first.
Every single time.
20 times or however much.
Yep.
What's your test bridge number? My test bridge number is 123. I do $123 usually.
It depends what coin I'm bridging.
Well, yeah, I'm not doing 123 ETH, but
yeah, I was like, whoa.
Yeah, so highly recommend go to the docs if you want to do Crystal Veil and just practice bridging once or twice, and then back on the other way back, so that you're not scrambling on the day of. Because guys, I tell you, on that day, if we go to DFK general chat on that day, it will be, how do I bridge? Where do I bridge? Where's my Jewel? Where's my Jewel? How do I get Avalanche on my MetaMask? How do I get on my wallet? People will just freak out.
Yeah. Should we be in the Jewel AVAX LP Penguin now? No, because it's not highly incentivized. So you're earning yield on Harmony now. You can get over the bridge in a few minutes. I don't think a few minutes is going, like, hopefully, unless like the bridge is broken or whatever. I can't imagine that the bridge traffic is so bad that like if you're the first person over the bridge versus like getting in a half hour later, I don't think it's going to be the decider if like you made it or not. You know what I mean?
That would be worst case. Like, if on launch day multi-chain breaks and the Jewel bridge doesn't work, that would be, because not everyone has funds liquid on Avalanche already to buy more.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be some swing trading that's going to go on. Like, I will have powder very dry on Avalanche for that day.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Possibly next week, if we think there's a 10% chance of a date announcement, 5% chance of a date announcement. Be ready.
Full Professor, they kind of have as much as they can as making a link in the docs, and you click on it and then you go over to All-Chain. Unless they're making their own bridge.
Well, they are going to make their own bridge, I thought, for the heroes, dude.
For the heroes, yeah.
Yeah.
But when is that coming? When are heroes actually bridging? Like, because Perilous Journey, it's like a fake bridge.
Yeah.
It's you go out and then back.
No, I think, I think you're wrong. Like, I think they're actually going to ask you to bridge it to, like, I think they're using us to test
their bridge.
Yeah, like, just test, like, can we bridge NFTs to Avalanche?
Oh my God.
That's
like,
cool.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah. I thought it was to get more crystal in the system.
I could be, there's a good chance that I'm wrong. I think it'd be smart if they're thinking, let's see if these heroes make it, and they may have a like really good feeling that it's going to work anyway, but say this is a beta test because it's going to be in beta where you have to click I understand when you sign in.
Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't know.
The reason why I brought this up randomly
Ping.
is not to like zoom out, but so that I believe this 612 is the garden, and maybe this 163 is the bank. But keep an eye on the, like, as we talk about APR, like people that are not necessarily swimming like in DeFi, the reason why your APR is what your APR is because we, you know, Harmony, or sorry, not Harmony, but DefiKingdoms gives out a certain amount of Joule per block, and there's X amount of people in each, you know, pool. So if this, and you know, this is actually driven by, you know, price of Joule and whatever, but if half the money leaves and goes over the bridge, which would be a lot, I don't think that's going to happen. But if this 600 became 300 and Joule was still $7, whatever it is now, your APR would go double, right? Correct. Because you'd be sharing with fewer people. I can't imagine that more than, let's say, 20% leaves. 25, right? So I don't imagine, like, it's possible that you get a bigger share of the pie on Harmony. But I'm more curious if like the banked Joule moves over, or if the people withdraw from the LPs.
I'd assume it's banked, right? Because if it's single sided, it's much easier to just throw Joule and then you're done versus getting rid of your LP position.
But there's something interesting. If I think about this correct, the 612 means 305 is Joule and 305 is the paired tokens, right? So it's possible in a bullish case, let's say 100 million wants to bridge over to Avalanche and they take down their LP, and you're half of that 150 is Joule and 50 is USDC or BTC or AVAX or whatever. But the bridge, the multi-chain bridge from Harmony only takes Joule. So you're going to sell your paired asset for Joule.
Yep.
But you might see, like, if people are unwinding their LPs, you might see a short-term bump in price of Joule on Harmony as it goes over the bridge. Like, this is something that probably doesn't matter, and like I don't know what if it like the likelihood of it playing out, but you know, some fun nerdy thing.
It's very likely because
it's extremely likely.
Yeah,
people treat their gardens as like, this is my DFK money. Yeah. So I don't think anyone's going to hesitate and say, all right, I'm going to withdraw my $10,000 of Joule 1. I'm going to take that one, convert it to Joule, and bridge it. Well, they're buying Joule in that scenario. So then,
so for the single side, then you'll go over the bridge and you'll single side stake the Joule, right? And then when you come back, I don't know if people are going to sell half and go back into the garden. So it might be a bullish thing for Joule. Yeah. But when you go to the Crystal Vale Garden, inevitably you're going to sell half that Joule for whatever, for Crystal and then for something else. But I think it's cool to think about.
Is it this might be a stretch, but I'm not the only one asking. Is it possibly a bear event for the one token? If people liquidate their Joule 1, they sell their 1, buy Joule. Will it be meaningful
why else are you
enough?
Holding 1?
Is it meaningful enough to trade on it ahead of time?
No, but I might unwind my LP position.
Yeah,
because I'm still in Joule 1 just because of the APR.
Same.
Yeah.
There's a lot to think about, and like you said, Danny, being prepared for different scenarios, so you're not frozen. Like, okay, what do I do? This is this. This is this. Do I bridge? Do I do this? And just be prepared ahead of time.
My personal plan is to have Joule and stables on both sides, ready to go.
Yeah,
I'm going to buy when Joule's low, and I'm going to sell when Joule's high, and then we'll see how it shakes out afterwards. And literally, I'm going to write down, like, if the price difference is $1, I'm going to do this. and just because I want to be able to act quickly and not have to think
Systematic.
while I'm doing it.
Yeah. Sell Jewel on Avalanche, and then instantly buy Jewel on Harmony with your stables. And if you have time to bridge and do it again, we went through this, you guys, when they launched the Fortnite pools, and we weren't ready. None of us were ready.
It's hard to be ready.
That was a nightmare.
If we could have planned, I don't think we were able to plan ahead, though. I think they launched them stealth, if I recall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we found them early. We found that contract early or something.
Yeah.
If we could have planned ahead, I mean, there were 2 X's available for 15, 20, 30 minutes or more.
And
wasn't there?
Don't forget, how long have we talked about that Avalanche launching is a bullish catalyst? People are waiting on Avalanche for Jewel to launch on Avalanche.
Yeah. They won't go to Harmony and buy it. Yeah.
That's my point. Yeah. So I think it's more likely you'll, in the extreme short term, you'll be able to sell Jewel at a premium for stables on Avalanche. And buy it on Harmony. And ARB that way.
Yep. And at the end of the day, you'll have hopefully 20% more Jewel than you had when you woke up. If you pull off the swing trading and the arbitrage.
That's the other question. Is, do you want to end up with more Jewel or more stables? Because then your behaviors will be opposite.
Either or.
Yeah.
You can pick your poison. I'm saying for the same, say I have a $10,000 budget when I wake up. If I do everything correctly and it plays out the way I want it, for $10,000 in the morning, I could have 1,000 Jewel. I'm making these numbers up. And when I go to bed, hopefully I can have 1,200 Jewel. So
easy. I'm going to choose violence. Just today, I was listening to a stream and someone said, "Do you remember Boss Swap?"
There's nothing violent. Boss Swap. I haven't logged on to Boss Swap in a while.
It's been so long.
I learned a lot. That I'll never forget is the number one example for me of why it's okay to cut your losers.
Yeah.
Because I was down in like 2 weeks or 4 weeks. I was down 60% of my investment and I sold it. I was down 20% and I did nothing. I was down 30%, 40, 50, 60%. I was like, I bought at 50 cents. It was at 20 cents. It's like, what the hell? Like, this has to go back to at least 50 cents, right? And I was like, it's already halfway to zero, more than halfway to zero. I was like, well, and DefiKingdoms is doing well. I'm going to cut it and move it over to DefiKingdoms. And that thing actually went to zero. So, like, I don't know. I wouldn't say that DefiKingdoms is there. But
did it go to 0-0?
No, I still have Boss. Why do I still have Boss?
Like a penny?
I have 627 Boss, and that gets me $5.
So
it was a really, I will say, at the time, because I bought some as well, it was a good DFK hedge because they were trying to do a similar concept. Yeah. And this was when like old map, no hero, or like no tavern, no quests.
Yeah.
It was a good decision at the time.
Yeah, it was fine. But I think like that's something to hang on to when you're playing in other DeFi worlds and NFTs and stuff, that like sometimes taking a 50% loss is better than the eventual 100% loss. I know like Diamond Hands is a big meta, but like, sometimes you have to, if you're going to sell for a loss and then reallocate to somewhere that you feel good about, it can work out really well.
Correct.
Definitely.
So.
All right, everybody. Successful first day of Twitch only. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all the gift subs, everybody. We got more subs than I expected. So
by a lot.
Thank you guys.
I appreciate you all for all the taxable events. That's going to be fun to sort out later on. How should we end? We should end with.
We had bad sex tonight. Except for the one stage. No, bad sex. I think we need better sex now.
I need better heroes now. I can't take this anymore. Every day I have sex, no dragoons. Sex again, no sage. I don't even know what a dread knight looks like.
Can devs do something?